Hey, Coach. I just wanted to give you an update on some of our redshirt freshmen and some updates for the upcoming matchup. So, our freshman quarterback, Joseph Pierre Echefu, has been working on his speed and has been doing really well at running the option in practice. And I got to say, I'm quite impressed. And he looks healthy. He looks stronger. He looks faster. I think that, going forward into next season, I think that we could run the option and kind of add that to the offense, because I think we got a guy who can run it pretty well. He's been improving that speed. He looks a little faster, and he's also been working with Kung Yashu, who is a very good receiver I've seen in practice, and maybe we can start to get him a little more playing time. I know he's developed such a chemistry with Efetu, but I think that, he could get some playing time in right now. I think that he's a sophomore that can really contribute to the team, and I like Kung Yashu a lot. He plays special teams, so he's a very good playmaker on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball, but special teams is really his specialty. I think that, going into next year, he'll be a contributor at receiver. And then there's Chase Rollins, the other guy we redshirted on the defensive side of the ball. He looks stronger. He's been in the weight room every single day. He looks bigger, and he will be a guy that can play safety next year, maybe even replacing Marlon Lambert or Kevin Scott, one of those two. Now, going into this week, I do have an update on Billy Ray, though. He does have a family emergency. He has to go home for a couple of weeks, so he will miss the next 2 games. He'll take all his classes online, but this is kind of a big blow. We're going to have to get our backups ready to play next week because we have a tough matchup. Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the Charlotte 49ers Dynasty. We are 2-4 on the season and playing against one of the best teams in the conference versus Tulane. They are 5-2 overall, 2-1 in conference, and they have one of the best running games in the nation. Number 3 ranked running game right now as it stands. They are led by Stephon Hutterson, who is a senior, running for almost 1,000 yards already. He has 828, 5 touchdowns. Carroll also has 5 touchdowns to back him up. But their strength is their line play. Their offensive line is very good. And don't get me started on this defensive line and their pass rush. It's very stout up front. They're going to have some guys that can get after the quarterback and stuff the run with Johnson and Sample. It's going to be interesting to see how this game goes. So we are on the road here in Tennessee. Let's get this game underway, as here is Tulane back to receive the kickoff, and they will take it back to about the 32-yard line. Here comes Hutterson. He was a very good player last week. He had over 100 yards on 22 carries. Let's see what he does this time. Counter play to start out. This is Hutterson. Breaks a couple of tackles already across the 50, and he gets brought down. And that one will be a gain of about 20 yards. Tackled by Gary Anderson. So now they're across the 50 this time. Quarterback keeper. This time it's Pratt. He's got space and nobody's there. He's going to take it all the way. 2 plays and a touchdown. Michael Pratt takes it 47 yards for Tulane. And they're already on the board. 7-0 here in favor of Tulane, the Green Wave. So here we go out into the field. This is Jamaica Panolan at quarterback now. He will take over for Billy Ray in his 2-game absence. His first play is out to Blaine Bortles. Now, Jamaica Panolan is more of a pocket passer. He's got a big arm, but the accuracy sometimes wavers. He's not going to be as mobile as Billy Ray either, but he can move a little bit. So we get into a 3rd and 4 this time. Panolan throws across the middle, and it is tipped by Dorian Williams, one of their best players on defense. He gets the deflection, and a punt already, 3 and out. So Tulane back out onto the field this time, trying to run the ball, and there is a stop. That was Lee Elmer. Also, Emmanuel Webb was there for the tackle in the backfield. And now they get into a 3rd and long. They try to run the screen pass. It looks like we're there. We're going to stuff it here. Gain of 4. We get the ball right back after the punt. So Jamaica Panolan gets his second chance here. His first pass out to left side, and it's Terrence Pitt Howard. He's got it down the left sideline. Gain of 36. He's a power back that can catch the ball out of the backfield. I really love that. It's a first down. So 2nd and 8 this time. Here's a handoff up the middle. It's Terrence Pitt Howard, and he only picks up about a gain of 3. And we highlighted how good their defensive line was. You can already see they're getting pressure on the quarterback this time. They send the blitz. Quick throw. Christopher Dalton across the middle. It's a 1st down, gain of 19 to about the 15-yard line. Great read that time. Sensed the blitz, just threw it quickly across the middle. His first read was the tight end. It's a 1st down. So here's Pitt Howard again trying to get some room, but he can. Only a gain of 3. And now that gets it to a 3rd and 7. 2 minutes left here in the 1st quarter. Panolan under pressure. He just throws across his body, and it's picked off. Panolan forces a pass, and he shouldn't have. But that was a weird throw because this is who I threw it to. I threw it to Mick Lott in the back of the end zone, and for some reason the ball went way across his body. That was just a horrible throw. So now here is Tulane backing onto the field, trying to get going on offense, and at least our defense is coming up with some stops. That is a great tackle that time by our senior at outside linebacker, Dominique Parks. So here we are on the next drive to end the 1st quarter. There's a catch by Devon Cash, and the freshman gets his first catch of the game. So we're now in the 2nd quarter. Here's a fullback dive, and Terrence Pitt Howard was lined up at fullback that time. He picks up a gain of 4. Maybe that will get him going. So 3rd and inches this time as Christopher Rose lined up in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff. And that was Terrence Pitt Howard lined up at fullback as well for the 2nd straight play. It's a 1st down. Blaine Bortles checks back in at fullback. Here's a quick throw across the middle, and that is Christopher Dalton. Gain of 8. Nice quick read for Panolan. 2nd and 2, another handoff. Pitt Howard, and you can just see we cannot run the ball at all. They are stuffing the run. We've got 5 carries for 12 yards for Pitt Howard. It's a play action fake still in this I formation. Quick throw to Bortles. He makes a man miss, and he's off to the races. Inside the 10, pushed out of bounds at the 7. 1st and goal, gain of 15. You gotta like the fullback play we're using on this drive. So now here under center, 2nd and goal. This time, Panolan goes down, and that was probably a busted blitz pickup. Look at this. The guy comes right through. Cameron Sample gets the sack, and it's now 3rd and goal. So we come out here with 5 wide this time. Looks like they're sending the blitz, and they do right away. Throw into left side. It's Riv Johnson, and he reaches out for the goal line. But a great tackle by their cornerback at the inch-yard line. That was 14 yards. Now it's 4th and goal. We're going to line up to go for this now. Panolan, he's going to hand off this time. Christopher Rose, and he can't get in. Terrence Pitt Howard was gassed on that play, and Christopher Rose checked in. And it looked like the Tulane defense saw it coming the whole way. And they get the goal line stand this time. Now there's 4 minutes left here in the 2nd. Handoff. This is Hutterson. Runs over a defender and gets a block on the outside. He breaks free, breaking another tackle to about the 30-yard line. A big-time run to give Tulane space. And now they get it to a 1st and 10 now. 3.5 minutes left. Another good run. Hutterson up the middle. And look at their offensive line just destroying our 2nd level on that play. And it's now across the 50, under 2 minutes to go. Here is Pratt, quick throw across the middle. It's going to be caught, and this time it's caught by Fat Watts. 19 yards, 1st down, and the clock continues to run here. It looks like they're threatening to score now. Handoff. This is Hutterson to the right side, and we do get a stop. D. Brown Jr. and Lee Elmer were both there. And now let's see if we can get him to settle for 3. 3rd and 5. They run the tight end in motion this time from the shotgun. Pratt throws to the tight end James, and he's going to get stopped. Gain of 3. Good play by our defense that time. And they will line up for the field goal. This one should end the half. 10-0 here. And now we start the 2nd half. So can our offense get going in this one? We start out the half with the screen pass. That is Christopher Rose, and the defense is right there. We have been stuffed so far on offense. It's now 2nd and 9. Quick throw across the middle. It's picked off. And that's picked off by Ball. He takes it back to about the 17-yard line. And take a look. Jamaica Panolan was looking for Riv Johnson, but it looks like Ball just read that route the entire way. And it ends up being an interception. And now Tulane inside of field goal range. They're going to hand off to Hutterson, who finds a small crease. He gets to the outside, breaks a tackle, and pushed out of bounds at the 2 by Parks. And his 1st and goal. So handoff this time, Hutterson to the left side. He cuts back and he falls in. Touchdown, 17-point lead here for Tulane. Their defense has kept them going in this one, and it's a 17-point lead. So after those 2 interceptions, we decide to bring in Brian Rochford off of the bench and just see what he's got, because now down by 17, their defense is playing excellent. I just want to see what we can do with Rochford. He's our 3rd-string quarterback, under 6 foot. Let's see what we can do. His first pass out to Terrence Pitt-Howard. That's going to lose a couple of yards. Now bring it to a 3rd and 12. Rochford throws deep, and it's going to be caught. Devon Cash, he's got space, and a lot of space inside the 5, tackled at the 1. Devon Cash gets behind the defense. Rochford with the excellent throw, his 2nd pass attempted, and that's a great pass over the top of the defense. They didn't expect a little 5'11" quarterback to air it out. So here's a handoff this time. Terrence Pitt-Howard, and we're into the end zone. We're finally on the board, 17-7. So can our defense give us a stop? Here is a handoff this time. Hutterson, and he picks up a gain of 10. 1st down for him. That one puts him over 100 yards. So now here we are, 2nd and 4. Here's Pratt throwing to the left side. He's got Watts, and this time it's Deuce Watts. They have Fat Watts and Deuce Watts. Gain of 16. It's a catch. Now they're inside of field goal range. So here's Hutterson. They're going to continue to pound the ball. They have the number 3 rushing offense coming into this game. And remember that. They now bring in the backup running back. This is Carroll. He gets the pitch. Breaks a tackle to the right side, and he's got space into the end zone. It is a touchdown. Tulane stretches this lead back out to 3 scores, 24-7. And now here's Rochford coming off of a great drive last time out. So here's his first pass out to Riv Johnson, and he picks up a gain of 14. Now Rochford is the most accurate quarterback on this roster, but he has the weakest arm. And now here he is airing it out deep. 1-on-1 for McLott, who goes up and gets it. Gain of 32. Now he gets inside position, goes up and gets it. Now I do not use our receivers quite often, but in 1-on-1 throws like that, on 50-50 balls, I usually do use them because they do not actually play right. So I want to use them in those situations. So here's a throw out to the right side on 3rd and goal, and that is Riv Johnson. He does catch that one, but runs out of real estate. And now we line up to go for it here on a 4th and goal. Why not? We're into the 4th quarter now. Rochford, 5 wide, throws to the end zone. Caught. Terrence Pitt-Howard playing receiver. Touchdown. And he is so gifted, man. He plays receiver. He's a power back. I mean, how rare is that? And now it's 14-24. We're still in this game, down by 10. So can we stop this offense? They have been led by Hutterson, who's well over 100 yards now. Here's Pratt, throw to left side. He's got Hutterson out of the backfield, and he's got it for a 1st down. In that 5 wide set, he was lined up in the slot that time. He makes the catch. So here's Carroll into the game this time. They're going to hand off to him on the jet sweep, and he does get stopped in the backfield. Cameron Carroll goes down. Dominique Parks is having an excellent game. And now they get it to a 3rd and 6. They run the screen pass, throw to left side. Hutterson, and he's not going to get away. And that's a great stop by number 11. And that is another field goal for this Tulane team. And now it's just a 2-touchdown game pretty much. So here's Rochford backing onto the field. He throws to the right side, and that is dropped by Riv Johnson. And now 3rd and 10. Got to help out your quarterback a little bit. Quick throw. It's Christopher Dalton, the true freshman. He holds on to it across the middle. It's a gain of 11 yards. Rochford looks very, very poised. So here's Rochford, quick throw across the middle. It's McLott this time. The pressure was right in his face, actually. How did he get rid of that one? Gain of 9. So Terrence Pitt-Howard in the backfield. We're going to hand it off to him. 3rd and 1. And Pitt-Howard is stopped in the backfield. And we cannot run on this defense at all. This time it's Patrick Johnson. 4th and 3. This one could be the game. Here's Rochford throwing to the right side, and that is caught. We do convert on 4th down. This time he holds on to it after that drop earlier, his 4th catch of the game. So now we get it across about the 30-yard line. This is going to be Mick Lott, and he's got it again, gain of 9 for him. I think Mick Lott is going to have to get some targets from Rochford. I like what I'm seeing from those two. Here is Rochford, a quick throw. This time it's Raichu Howard who has it, gain of 7. And now this clock continues to run now. We're inside of 2 minutes. Rochford in the pocket. He can't move, but he throws, and it's caught. Riv Johnson, the defender, was right there, but take a look. The quarterback looked away for a second, and that's when Rochford was throwing the ball. And then by the time he looked back at the quarterback, it was right there where he was. Incredible. 1st and goal. This time Rochford throws across the middle. It's Ty Elliott for the touchdown. His first career catch. And his first career catch goes for a touchdown. And we're down by just 6. So we kick the onside kick. And here it's up, and it is recovered by Watts. And Fat Watts does get it. And now we have 3 timeouts. We hold them to 4th down here. We could get a possession back here and with a chance to win this game. So the first carry is up the middle. Hutterson gets stopped for a gain of 4. We call it timeout. 2nd and 6. Another run. It's another stop. Dominique Parks this time. 3rd and 3. We're going to send the pressure on this play. They're going to pass. Pratt throws to the left side. Open Jackson, and that is going to do it. I thought they were initially going to run that play, but they ended up passing, going for the win, and they got it. And Tulane holds on to win late, and we almost had a chance to go down the field with our 3rd-string quarterback, Brian Rochford, and it was just short, and we end up losing this game. They actually scored a garbage time touchdown, so it ended up being 2 scores, but we actually lost by 1. And I got to say, I'm proud of this team because they fought back when it looked like we were getting dominated. But how about the play of Brian Rochford? He came in and just did not make any mistakes. I mean, even our receivers were making mistakes. He didn't. We couldn't run the ball, though. That was a huge issue. And maybe it's because we played such a good defense. And I'm not really too worried about it. But we will need to kind of clean that up. How about Terrence Pitt Howard as a receiver? He had 4 catches, 50 yards. Devon Cash had that big-time reception after Brian Rochford came in for 78. And he only had 2 catches out of the game, but still a very good game from this team. And then Dominique Parks had himself a game. He was flying all over the field. Octavius Oakley had 8 tackles in this one. But we did not get pressure after the quarterback. That is definitely a concern. So we will need to get better in that department because, you know, when they did throw, which was only 10 times, we need to get pressure and we need to get stops. That's not going to fly. So now we go into this Middle Tennessee State matchup, and this Middle Tennessee State loves to run the ball, loves to pass the ball. They're pretty balanced, but they love their running back Mobley. He was Conference Player of the Week last week. So let's get into the highlights here, and we're not going to cover the full game, just the highlights. So let's see what happens in this game. Here is Mobley, who was a Player of the Week last week, and Shaitan Mobley gets in, and it's now 14-0 here to start out this game, as Rochford does get the start in this next game. He played well enough to play in game number 2 in Billy Ray's absence. So here he is on our first drive here, throwing out to left side. It's Mick Lott, gain of 31, and look at the spin move, and he gets inside the 5. It's now a goal-to-go situation. Terrence Pitt Howard gets in from 1 yard out, and it's now 14-7. Charlotte makes it a game early. But O'Hara does get possession right back here in the second quarter. Here he is scrambling to the right side. He's got space, and he coughs it up. And look who it is. It's Dominique Parks. He's been balling out lately. He gets after the quarterback trying to make a play, and that is the result. So now in the next possession here, 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. Here's a quick throw, and that is Calvin Joshua finally getting some playing time out of the backfield. That was a play-action fake throw right to him. Same look this time, Rochford. This time, he airs it out deep, and it's going to be caught. It's Devon Cash for the touchdown. We gave them the exact same look. 2 plays in a row, but this time it's a verticals right across the middle, and it's a touchdown. Devon Cash gets behind the defense and ties it up before halftime. But here's O'Hara backing onto the field for Middle Tennessee State. He tries to scramble, and he does get sacked that time by Gary Anderson. And they do line up for a long field goal, and that sack actually mattered because look at this. It threw the momentum off on this drive, and they missed the field goal wide left. So we move into the second half this time, and it's Calvin Joshua getting some playing time in this one. Maybe a little bit of a switch up at running back would help our running game, and we give it to Joshua. His second carry of the game goes for 9 yards. Here is Mick Lott, though, getting a catch, and that goes for 11 yards. Now look at the stats here. Mick Lott, he is a favorite target of Rochford, and you can just see another catch, another 13-yard gain, another first down for Mick Lott. Over 100 yards in this game. We're not even in the fourth quarter. So now we get it inside the 10. Quick throw, Christopher Dalton, touchdown. Rochford is so good at these quick reads. He just gets rid of it. A quick throw over the top. And now we're into the fourth quarter. Now up by 4. Terrence Pitt Howard breaks free. Gain of 39. His longest run of the season so far. And he brings it across the 50. Here is Joshua who checks into the game. You can already see we are just hammering it now. We have it under center. Play action fakes now work. Here is Rochford. Quick throw to the right side, and it's going to be dropped. Marcus Williams had it in his hands, and now we settle for 3. 24-17, under 3 minutes to go. Here's O'Hara now trying to scramble, and our pass rush wasn't there last game. It's there this time. Gary Anderson, his second sack of the game. Not a second and long. This time it's caught. DJ Chisholm. And that is a gain of 20. And now Middle Tennessee State is driving. Here's a throw out to Mobley. A good block on Kevin Scott. And inside the 10, Marlon Lambert brings them down. It's first and goal, though. A great play call on a very long game. So a minute left. This time it's the backup. McDonald into the game. Touchdown. 6 yards out. And Middle Tennessee State ties it up. But now we have a minute to go. 3 timeouts left. Can we put together a game-winning drive? We're going to start out with a carry out to the right side. Terrence Pitt Howard, gain of 5. Rochford under center this time. Play action fake, throw in, and it's caught. Riv Johnson climbs the ladder. Gain of 18. It's a first down. So 40 seconds left. We have still not used the timeout. This time it's right shoe Howard. Quick throw by Rochford. So good at those quick reads. He puts it right on the money. And now we're at about 15 seconds. Another quick throw. It's Dalton again. 16 yards. Now we're inside of field goal range. We're going to line up here for the field goal with 2 seconds left. Here comes Mendez onto the field, and it's good. Julian Mendez sends us home with a game-winning field goal, 27-24. Charlotte defeats Middle Tennessee State, one of the best teams in the conference so far, and we get our first conference win. Brian Rochford looked absolutely excellent in this one. He has, in 2 games, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, a great change from Jamaica Panolan and also Billy Ray. Billy Ray is out for a 2-game absence, but now the question mark starts to come up. Billy Ray is returning, but Rochford is playing excellent. Do we keep Rochford in the game, or does Billy Ray get his starting job right back? Devon Cash, 2 receptions, 87 yards, pretty much identical to the last game where he had 2 for 89. And we actually got after the quarterback this game. It was a great change. We had 6 sacks total, and all of our pass rushers had 2 each. So we are 3-5. The rest of our schedule looks like this: Tulsa, FIU, FAU, and Marshall, who was actually one of our rivals in this game. And now here we are. With 4 games left, Billy Ray returns. Do we bring back Billy Ray into the starting lineup, or does Brian Rochford continue this run and get his shot at a starting quarterback job? And I hate to have Billy Ray lose his job because of this, but the way Rochford is playing, I don't know if I can keep him out of the lineup. He is playing that well. 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, like I just said. So now we have a quarterback controversy. What do we do here? Billy Ray or Rochford? Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.